Hi and welcome to Edge of Play's Back to the Tactics board. This is a European Championship special. We're looking at the teams in the different groups, their tactics and their key players, strengths and weaknesses. The information in these videos has been mainly sourced from the World Soccer magazine, which has got a great European Championships special in there, BBC Sport and various other media outlets as well. In each video we try to look at the qualifying records, the tactical approaches, the strengths and weaknesses of each team. In today's video I'm going to look at Group B, featuring Belgium, Denmark, Finland and Russia. Belgium first of all then, the coach is Roberto Martinez, and you can see there from qualifying they came top of the group, played 10, won 10, banged 40 goals in, only conceded 3, so a very impressive qualification, you know, part of the reason they're ranked #1 in the world as well. They were generally 4-3-3, but he's adapted that now to a 3-4-3 usually. Possession based, attacking style, they press aggressively, work as a unit. Martinez says, I think systems are not important, the way of playing is we need to develop players that are flexible, play different systems, that see the game by space, decisions and time. Seeing this increasingly from different coaches making this point that it's not about the formation so much, we kind of obsess over that, but it's more about how the players interpret it and the way they move and make decisions. In terms of main pros, they've got a very experienced defence. That could be a downside as well, but they've got experienced players there and cover there. There's strength in depth now more than they've ever had, and the world #1 ranked, so you know they must go into each game believing they should be winning that game. If you're in the right mindset, then you go into that and use that as a strength. If you're not, then that pressure can overcome you, but they seem to be handling that pretty well so far. Will the Asian defence catch up with them is a question. Will there be a point where having older players at the back there could be a weakness? We'll see, won't we? But it might be that the next tournament where we see that more of an issue when they have to replace those players. And there are high expectations, like I just referred to a moment ago. That can, for some players, be a good thing. It pushes them on. For some players, the weight of that could be too much. The expectation really for them will be to win the tournament there. #1 world ranking. They got to the semis, I think, the last tournament. So they've got to be looking at that and going, we can win this tournament. Looking at the squad there, I mean, it's a really good squad now, very strong. De Bruyne, obviously a fantastic player. Eden Hazard has not had a great season, but sometimes that can mean you're fresher when it comes to the summer tournaments. And Lukaku is rejuvenated at Inter Milan, bangs a lot of goals in, is the target man for them, holds the ball up, has a good goal record. So yeah, but you look through, there's so many good players in that squad. Denmark then, they qualified in 2nd place behind Switzerland from Group D. The formation's generally quite a defensive 4-3-3. Quite a cautious one. If they're on the more attacking front, it'd be 3-4-1-2 or a 3-4-3. They have quite a settled lineup. The focus is on being hard to beat. Coach Kasper Hjulmand said, I would say 4-3-3 or 3-4-3 when asked about his main formations, but he said up front can be fielded in different ways. They want 3 up there though. Systems are not something I talk a lot about, it's more about principles and the precision. Pros, strong team bond and a work ethic, and they've got more high profile players than they have for a while. They play some home games as well, which should be an advantage. Obviously, with not allowing fans in some games or having limited fans, that might not be as big a bonus as they would like. The downsides, well, a lack of a high scoring striker, that can be a big issue. And if you look at the squad and the makeup of it, this might come before this squad peaks. Quarterfinals is probably a fair expectation for them. And looking at the squad there, obviously I've highlighted Christian Eriksen as an incredible player for them. But you look through, there's plenty of good players there. It's whether they're next level, to take them through to like quarters, semis of a big tournament. But we'll remember that Kasper Schmeichel's there. His dad was part of the 1992 side that won the European Cup, so European Championships. So it just shows you just never know, and there's enough good players there to do well. Finland finished 2nd to Italy in their qualifying group, 12 points behind Italy, you'll see. 4-4-2 was the go-to shape for them. Sometimes it's now 5-3-2. They said that in the games against higher ranked sides, which is quite often at this level, then they would probably go with 5 at the back. Hard working, compact shape. We're still a young footballing culture. We've not had success before, was the quote from one journalist I found. And in the article about Finland, it talked about how, you know, the sport was ice hockey for them, and getting the fans to engage fully en masse with the football team was difficult, but getting to this tournament has apparently really kind of rejuvenated the interest in the country. So they're starting to kind of take note of their footballers more now. The pros, well, there's low expectations. Nothing's really expected of them. So can they take a win from the tournament? Can they potentially qualify from the group? Teams will need to take 3 points off them. So there'll be that pressure. Whoever they play against is expected to beat them. That could be a benefit for them. They're lacking star quality and totally inexperienced at this level. There's some cons for you as well. Expectations, you'd think they're going out the group stage. It would be quite something if they were to come through the groups. Squad-wise, we can look at here, Timo Pukki, he seems to be a player that really kind of gives them a hope, because it sounds like they're compact. They sit in, work together as a team, no superstars, but they have him on the break, and his movement to catch a team that's probably pressing them high on the halfway line, he tends to get some success from that for them. So they'll be hoping that he can grab goals for them, maybe against a run of play. And Russia conclude Group B. In qualifying, they finished behind Belgium with a decent record, you'll see there. Tend to be a 4-3-1-2 or a 5-3-1-1, a 5-2-2-1 as well. Unusual setups there, but you look at that and you'll see it's quite a defensive-minded, deep shape, a cautious approach. Wide players try and push on, but they try and shut down the middle of the pitch. They do look to build from the back as well. I would have rated Russia's chances higher a year ago, said this journalist. The World Cup spirit is gone by now, and the age of key players is 30 and above. So Klashev there, not having the most confident approach to the Russian outlook here, but, you know, I can see what he's saying. They were on a bit of a high from going quite well at their own World Cup, but for some people the pandemic, the delay of the pandemic has been a good thing. Maybe for Russia it hasn't been, we'll see. They exceeded expectations at the World Cup, so there might be this attitude of, well, we went further than we thought there, let's see what we can do here. They've got 2 home games as well, that could be an advantage for them. Some of the downsides, the younger players they've brought in might not be ready yet, and so that'll be found out. It's relatively inexperienced, the squad should I say, due to many home-based players. So a lot of the players play in Russia, which can be a strength because they might know each other better. Some of them might play together at club level, but the downside could be they're relatively, you know, unaware of the abilities and the playing styles of their opponents. So you'd say group stage exit is most likely. They'll be hoping to at least make the last 16. And here's the squad for the Russian team. It was hard to pick out real stars, really. From that, if you look through, there's certain players that you think, well, that player could do quite well for them. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Duba up front should be a threat for them. He's the tall striker. But beyond that, not really any superstars, and so we might learn a bit about them from the tournament. So that's Group B: Belgium, Denmark, Finland and Russia. How do you think this group will play out? Who do you think will win the group? You've got to be thinking it's Belgium to win the group, and then Denmark favourites for second place. But, you know, Finland and Russia, if one of them can get a result in one of the big games, then it could be them looking to get through in third place or even steal second. Let us know in the social media comment areas what you think will happen in this group, and I hope to see you on Group C video.